into an organization that produces without you, right? And so employees or AI in the future, right, make a fully functioning enterprise that can continue to scale. And that's kind of my litmus test is the baseline is, does it burn down without me? For many of you, if you just get to here, you'd love your business 10 times more. Like I can actually leave for a month and come back and it didn't burn down, thank God, right? But where it gets really nasty and really exciting is where you can leave for a month and when you come back, it's in a better position than it was when you left. That is a business that people want to buy because what it functions as is essentially a faster growing annuity for an investor, which gives them a big multiple, which is why they pay you lots of money for it. So let's walk through what this actually looks like. There's kind of 3 steps to it. So you'll shadow train. So this is where they watch you do it. The next is you supervise them doing it. So they do it in front of you. So you do it in front of them. They do it in front of you. And then after that, you kind of just support their independence and you're available, but not involved. So it's like, I'm fully available. You can hit me up whenever you need anything. And then what happens is in the beginning, they require a little bit more ad hoc calls, consults, help. And then over time, if you have a competent employee, those decisions get automated back down to them, right? And so that's when the full handoff occurs, is that they own it completely. And again, initially, I'm cool with 80%, sometimes 60% as good, as long as I have a clear path to them getting better. And I'll give you a little pro tip. I used to measure employees by how well they started. I measure employees today on how fast they improve. Because if you look at 2 employees, right, let's say somebody starts here and someone starts here. If this person's flat and this person's like this, I know that in 3 months, 6 months, this guy's gonna pass this guy. But then what happens another 6 months, right? And so sometimes it's worth taking someone who's a little bit less experienced or has fewer inherent skills because they didn't have as much time, because they're able to learn faster. And like, so intelligence, I measure as rate of learning. And so I will rather have a more intelligent employee who learns faster than a more experienced employee who learns slower. Just something that I've learned. And it depends on the role, obviously. But I would say that I've had a big shift in terms of how I think about talent. Now, the goal here is that we want to move from doing the work, this is the big picture of point 2, move from doing the work to managing people, right? We focus on recruiting A players, not doing A player work. We focus on the business, aka strategy, prioritization, not on the tactics of what we need to do next or what we need to do today. And so your job becomes attracting talent and aligning incentives. And so the ultimate test for you is, can you take 3 months off and have the business grow anyways? Like, this is the easiest, especially for those of you who are brick and mortar. This is super important. If you're brick and mortar, a lot of you guys want to get my second location, want to get your third location. This is the simplest litmus test. If you can leave it alone, like your phone doesn't ring, and I'll tell you how to do that in a second, right? I call it the phone test. I'll tell you later. But 3 months later, it's bigger, great.